What's your sign say? Immigration is America.
Yes, sir.
Do you support the deportation of illegal migrants?
What was that?
Do you support the deportation of illegal migrants?
Yeah,
Yeah.
I do.
Okay. She's saying she doesn't.
If they're illegal, then yeah.
Do you not support the deportation of illegal migrants? And why not? He does and you don't.
It's not illegal.
Okay. If someone crossed over the border illegally, should they be deported?
I'm not too sure about that.
He already started simping out immediately. Immediately, he started simping out because he had a position and now he's switching his position based off of the fact that his girl now has a different position. And so now he's simping out. Listen, fellas, ladies and gentlemen, this is a classic example of why you got to be a man. You got to stand 10 toes down. You can't switch up. You can't be different. You got to be what it is that you are, and you cannot switch up just for a woman.
You just said that if they should deport illegal migrants. So if somebody came over the border illegally, should they be deported?
Maybe if they're found guilty of that in like a court case with due process, then sure. But yeah, I think in those circumstances, then yeah.
Okay, cool. And what makes you not support that?
I think it's just it's only a civil offense, and I think borders are inhumane to begin with.
Should we get rid of all borders?
I don't think that we should abolish countries, but I do think that there shouldn't be such strict immigration laws.
How do you determine that something is a country if you don't have no borders? Do you know what kind of chaos, absolute chaos, it would be without structure?
And for instance, right now, you have lots of deportations going on. Trump has deported around 400,000 migrants so far. Underneath Obama, he deported 3 million when he was president. Why do you think there's such an uproar of protests across America? And a lot of it is, one of the main issues is because of the immigration and the deportations that are going on. Why do you think there's such an uproar now that people are being deported versus when somebody like Obama or even Clinton deported migrants as well? And Obama and Joe Biden deported people, but he also brought in a lot of people. So why do you think now, because Trump's president, why do you think now they're trying to get all upset about the deportations?
Because they act in very Gestapo ways. It's very racially motivated. There's no due process.
Up his entire
it's very inhumane the way they're doing it.
Yeah, I agree.
And what makes you believe they're not getting due process?
Oh, when they go to show up to the court cases, they get kidnapped by ICE agents before they even get to go into the hearings. Or maybe they get out of the hearings and they get, snatched up by ICE. It's making it so that people are afraid to even go to the court cases, to the hearings, and it's making the process a little shady and underhanded. So I feel like once you start to mess with like the legal system surrounding it, and you make it so like that people are scared to go, and it kind of just makes a mess of things, quite frankly.
When a lot of people go to these court cases, and it's been proven that they'll tell them, hey, you have to deport because you're here illegally. Your status is revoked. Just because you go to court don't necessarily mean that you abide by the law. First of all, again, if you come over here illegally, that means you shouldn't have been here. That don't mean you can get driver's licenses. That don't mean that you can get housing. That don't mean that you can get a job. That don't mean anything. It just means that you start to finesse the system. And anything that's built upon a lie is a lie. It's still a lie. Anything that's built on being illegally obtained is illegal. I'll give you an example. Let's say, for example, that you're a drug dealer and you make a lot of money off your community, and you don't pay taxes. Obviously, you're not going to pay taxes off being a drug dealer or anything like that. But either way, both of them are illegal, right? Cool. So if you then start to purchase property and homes and do all of this type of stuff, and they find out that you're a drug dealer, you now forfeit anything that you bought with drug profits because it's built upon doing something illegal that you should have never did in the first place. That's why they have money laundering. That's why they try to wash their money under the guise or the premise that they actually started a business or something like that or whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah. Thank you guys very much for your time. Thanks for being out here. We hope you guys have a great day. And I hope you guys have a good time. And hope I didn't just ruin their relationship over the topic of immigration. Because one guy supported it and she didn't. Here we go, baby. Let's go.
I like Nick Shirley. I think that Nick Shirley is doing great, probably because he has the capacity to do so. I can't wait until I have the time and the infrastructure because a lot of what I do is based off of what I'm doing solo, but then I have a lot of people that I'm hiring and I'm standing up and stuff like that. But neither here nor there. The fact of the matter is this. What I got out of this video is a couple different things. The first thing that I got out of this video is one of the reasons why this country is failing is because of a lack of masculinity and a lack of people standing on principles. And people would rather, give in to the propaganda. And a lot of us, we know better. So many men know better. And we know exactly what the truth is and how we need to be moving and so on and so forth. But we will forego that in order to make sure that we make everybody else around us happy, even if we know it's the wrong thing. And this is the wrong precedent to set. It's the wrong precedent to set for our children. It's the wrong precedent to set for our families. And it's the wrong thing to build your relationship off of because all you telling me is that all she got to do is look at you funny. And it should be the other way around. She should be on your program, whatever it is that you say, even if she don't believe it in public. The fact that literally she just embarrassed him in front of everybody and she didn't even have to say anything at all, but now she got him looking bad and you don't even know how that's going to fall out. This video alone, the one that they just did, it's already close to over 250,000 views in less than a day. And so the fact of the matter is this, is that men need to start standing on a principles. Guys need to start standing up for themselves. Stop giving in to the woke mob. And more importantly, it is wrong. And if you wanted to start talking about the law, then you can't start involving your feelings. If people come over here illegally, if they overstay a visa, if I did this in any other country, I would be considered a criminal and I would be locked up and I would probably have to do a little bit of time or something like that. It depends on whatever the country is. But Mexico is deporting people and getting people that are over there illegally up out of there because it's costing them a fortune. It's costing them a mint. Then you start adding in all of the ancillary costs. You start talking about healthcare. You start talking about people going to the hospital, having children. You start talking about police officers. You need extra policing for people that you're not prepared for. You start talking about schools and how they draw on the school system and how larger class sizes and the lack of a tax base while at the same time they sending money home. And so you start adding all of these things and it's not actually net positive for the United States of America. And so we have to start being careful about that. Let me know what y'all think inside the comments. Make sure y'all tap into the Patreon. Link is in the description. Teach Henley, 40% off your first order, 20% off for life. I love you. I appreciate you. I'll holler at you guys later. Peace.